So I live in the middle of a pretty loud city, and I imagine a lot of you guys that are watching this have the same situation, which leads me to wear these to bed. If you can see these, sorry for the grotty box. There's little orange crappy earplugs. And I was wearing them last night, and honestly, they weren't really doing the job. And I went to bed bright and early because I wanted to get up early today to get tickets for Oasis. Turns out about 100 million other people did the same thing. It's now 5 p.m. and I still haven't got a ticket. So it turns out it was a waste of time. But anyway, I got up today and I thought those earplugs weren't very good. So let me see what else I can find on Amazon. So I jumped on Spanish Amazon, typed in earplugs, and the biggest seller is this loop. And it jumped out to me, even though these all look pretty similar. These guys had 77,000 reviews. So of course, did the standard thing of hitting X-ray by helium 10, and we can see here 83,000 euros per month and 50,000 euros. Like, look, a bunch of different results coming in here. These guys are absolutely dominating, and in Spain, that's pretty big. And if we look at the product, I mean, this is super simple. These are very basic, just earplugs, right? So they're a bit more advanced kind of technology. They've got a sexy little case, but the branding and everything, it looks really nice. So I thought, look, they're big in Spain. Where else are they big? I jumped over to Germany, and if you type in loop earplugs, these guys, again, look, 1,000 bought in the last month. They've got all the different colors here. Even got these sexy gold ones that are Amazon's choice. If we hit X-ray again, I'm sure we're going to see they're absolutely killing it. 100 grand, 70 grand, 60 grand, which then took me to the UK. Are they in the UK as well? Yep, they're in the UK. These guys are essentially doing Amazon to a T. They've gone across like every platform. Look at this. We've got £398,000 a month on that SKU. We've got 266,000, 212,000, massive, right? So then, of course, check the US as well, because they're a Belgian company. We can see here with Helium 10, you can see the country that kind of owns the brand. This is sorry, where they're based, rather. And that's a Belgian flag for all you flag fans out there that spotted it. And if we jump into their products, right, we're going to do the usual little trick of looking at all the products that they offer. So if we go to here and we hit X-ray, so the US is obviously, I'm going to guess, it's going to be their biggest market. $3.8 million per month just in the US. Add to that, definitely over $1 million in the UK, probably over $1 million in Germany. They've got Belgium. They're going to be on every other platform as well. Now, this product is so simple. So I went over to Alibaba and had a look at this. And honestly, you can actually search. So I didn't even search earplugs. I just searched loop earplugs just to see what came up. And like, look at this, 35 cents, 99 cents. I mean, these are exact kind of rip-offs. And it does seem they do have some copycats, but because they built a solid brand, I'm going to show you in a second, they really have defensibility, and they've been on the platform for a little while now. But if you're buying these for $1 and you're selling them over here for 27, 35, some here even $65, $45, like these margins on this is going to be astronomical, to be honest. It'll be absolutely insane. Now, these guys, similar to the other videos where we look at some brands, we're not saying go and launch this exact product, right? This is a very much a Me Too product. And these guys moved fairly early, but they're an example of people doing Amazon really well. And you can take inspiration from them. So 4.1 stars, not amazing, but I mean, 98,000 reviews rather, is definitely going to do something for you. And they're going to have incredible ranks as well. But we can look through their store, or their listing rather. We come down, we can see A+, really nice. It looks like a proper big brand. If we go to their actual storefront as well. So if we go in here, we can see this has been properly designed. New York Times, Wired, Rolling Stone. So I did a bit of digging on this brand, and they apparently was started by sound engineers, and they were targeting purely people who were going to gigs, essentially. They then realized that wasn't a big enough TAM, so total addressable market. They then went a bit broader, and now they target kind of anyone and everyone in everyday life. So that can be people that work at gigs, but it can be people that want to sleep better, people that want to travel. They even got these quiet sections here as well. They're specially designed technology to kind of have a noise cancellation, but to an even further degree. Now, what I thought was interesting about these guys is they are doing really well off of Amazon as well, right? So they've got a huge D2C website, which I'll show you now. So it's pretty simple, to be honest, but like they they've got a lot of SKUs on here, and I think they get a fair bit of traffic and direct sales because they have a lot of kind of brand presence now. On TikTok itself, they have, so I searched Loop up here, they have 174,000 followers, so pretty good. But you can see these other videos from other creators here, 500,000 views. We see here, let's see what comes up. So that's our own account there, 600,000, 1.3 million Loop earplugs, new AD. I'm not cool enough to know what that means. That's got 3.8 million. Now, 10.7 million there from their own branded account as well. So like super, super impressive. So I went over to this tool called Fastmoss, and this actually surprised me quite a lot. So this tool, we have a discount for it down below if you guys are interested in using this. Essentially, it can tell you what they're doing on TikTok Shop as well. So if you search Loop earplugs, this is in the US. So on this particular product, for example, they've driven $660 in the last 7 days. So the total GMV, right? With 54 units sold. Now, that kind of surprised me, right? Because I would have thought they would do a bunch more than that, which maybe means they actually are leaving a bit of money on the table here. What they are doing with those views, though, is driving a ton of brand awareness. So if we go onto Amazon itself and we search for Loop earplugs, so see this that pops up from Helium 10, we can see all the associated keywords that might come up. And they're having 118,000 searches a month for their main keyword. That is absolutely ridiculous. So look at that. So they started, I think back in 2016 was the very first start of the business. And in 2018, it started popping off a little bit. And then post 21 was when I read that it really started scaling. But you can see here in the last year and a bit, that is astronomical growth, and 120,000 people a month searching for your main keyword, plus all these other associated keywords for that other products, is absolutely incredible. And what this does for Loop, so when people search Loop earplugs, then this comes up, right? So the results are going to be them, right? They're bidding on their own search terms as well, but consumers are seeing this off of Amazon, and they're learning about the brand in multiple different ways, like on TikTok and other social media platforms. Going onto Amazon, they're searching for Loop directly, and that allows Loop to charge prices like $65, like $35, like $45 for their earplugs. If you search earplugs in general, they still rank. They're still, the number one sponsored there, but they'll be competing against, look, pretty much the same product, $8.99. Down here, this is all them. We go down here further. Let me see what we can find. Silicone earplugs, these are pretty similar. Look, $13.99. That's them again. They are some different shape ones at $8.99. Eargasm, what a name. So you're competing with other products. The reason I want to show you this is, look at that. I mean, $8.99 for that. Because people are searching, rather than searching for earplugs, they're searching Loop earplugs. They're missing out on all this noise, and that allows Loop to charge a higher price than most of the market because they have that brand trust, and the customer just isn't seeing anything else. They're seeing it off Amazon, going onto Amazon and searching for that exact brand, and then the conversion rate is going to be a lot higher because it has all of this implied trust from the content that they've seen, and millions and millions of views and all the comments saying how good they are. They jump on here and they buy them straight away. It's an amazing brand example where you go through the whole system of off Amazon traffic onto Amazon, purchasing it straight away, and the flywheel allows them to actually keep ranking organically for some of the main keywords because their conversion is so high. Now, as I said, I'm not saying to copy this brand and launch like a Me Too product. I think these guys are kind of well ahead of the pack, and it's going to be a bit of a price war, kind of race to the bottom for everyone else. But what's a good example here, and what's a good thing to take away from this video, is if you go on to their products, see what else they're working on, see where they're moving and what they're launching. And if we see here, these guys are still launching new products. So even as recently as July, how are they getting on? So we've got this guy here that was launched in June the 6th. That is doing 800 grand a month for them, which isn't bad, is it really? You can see from launch, wow. I mean, that is the power of having a brand behind you and having an audience to market to. Look at that, like an absolute rocket ship, up to almost 1,000 units a day they're doing of that product. And they basically added on their 10 million a year to their top line through that one particular product. as well as all these ones below it. These guys, I guess, are brand new. They're not showing us data yet, but this one's 10,000 BSR, so I guess it is on its way down. If we click this button, by the way, we can actually see how their BSR rank is doing. Yeah, look, so this one is brand new by the looks of things. Let's hit this all-time button here and see. Yeah, look, so this came out on the 23rd of August. It's now the 31st of August as I'm recording this. And they've gone from 20,000 down to 10,000. That's going to keep going down, 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 just like the rest of them are. I mean, if you look at this guy that's doing 800,000 a month, their BSR, they look 647. That is so low for kind of tech categories. I mean, that's outrageous, right? This must happen for them time and time again. They know the formula, the product, the cogs are amazing. This is just such a good business as well. I got a bit excited and wanted to make this video because they've kind of nailed the e-com dream of having like something that's small and light, something that you can ship for basically nothing, something that you can charge a really nice price point for, and you can kind of be a bit of a luxury option. And honestly, it's quite cool, isn't it? Like I would say for earplugs, compared to this crap, these are cool. And I think people actually would want to get seen with these out in public. Hence the cool little travel pack. I saw some of the content on TikTok. People are kind of showing off their packaging, and they're like proud to wear them in public. And that is something that all plays really well together. So in terms of like a modern brand that you can look for inspiration from, these are a great company to look at. That's it for now. See you in the next one.